I do dates, that's how I make my money. And these cars, you never know when you're gonna get back home, if you're gonna come back or what's gonna happen. Been out here since I was like 16, dealing with men that don't really have no good intentions for me.
My mom started selling me at the age of 8, 9 years old. She started tricking me out. At the same time, I was being assaulted by my stepdad. Then that's when my mom started getting abusive.
Get up, go make money, and do the drugs. Go back and make money, do drugs again, get something to eat. Same thing every day repeatedly. She relapsed and she went in treatment and she actually died in treatment overnight. So like, I just felt closer to her out here.
Give up everything for one thing, which that would be the drug. Or you can give up one thing, that would be the drug, for everything.
My name is Brittney, I'm 22, and I've been here since I was 16. And it's been rough. Been jump, rob. I do dates, that's how I make my money. And these cars, you never know when you're gonna get back home, if you're gonna come back or what's gonna happen. It's scary out here. And I've been out here on the street by myself pretty much for about 5, 6 years. I'm the youngest one out here. I'm like the baby out here. I was held captive and then left in Bowie, Maryland. Almost strangled to death, so that was the scariest moment of my life. A lot of girls take the money and run. I try not to do that, but that's why I get my money up front and do what I'm supposed to do and leave immediately. Don't sit and talk, don't get hot with them, don't do nothing other than get your money and go.
Who originally introduced you to using?
A couple, and I started doing, and I sniffed it. And then I started smoking it, and that's when I do dope. Right now I do dope.
So did you get sick the first time you used?
Oh yeah, bad. I didn't know what I was feeling. My mom was like, you're withdrawing. So she gave me some dope. I felt better. I got right up. It's definitely nothing I want to do every day. Like, I want to get clean, but I'm not getting clean today. I'm not just ready yet.
So did you hide your drug use from your family when you first started using?
Mm-hmm. And then they started seeing pipes around the house, and I told them. And then I left the house because my sister had a baby in the house. So I had to leave. I've been on the street since. They don't want me to do it, but they accept it. Every now and then they come out here and they give me something to eat, some money, see how I'm doing.
When was the last time you saw your family?
Last month. My birthday month. Yep. I know this isn't me. It's the lifestyle I have right now.
What message could you give your family if they was watching right now?
I love them and I'll see them soon.
What does a clean life look like for you?
I'm not sure. But I'm sure I'll find out one day.
So describe a day in the life for you. When you wake up, what do you do?
Get up, go make money, and do my drugs. Go back and make money, do drugs again, get something to eat. Same thing every day repeatedly. My name's Diamond. I'm 29 years old, and I basically just been out here since I was like 16, dealing with men that don't really have no good intentions for me, and kind of just searching for my dad in all the wrong places. Being out here is like an addiction in itself, and like you just end up in a lot of scary places. This is not the solution to whatever you feel empty from. It's a trap. So my advice would be to
be around people that tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to.
What drove you to start using?
I had to take care of myself when I was really young, and I needed something to keep me awake and like energized so that I could work my day job and my night job and do all the other things I need to do without being sleepy, being tired, being irritated. Actually, my first drug was alcohol, because people forget that's a drug. Yeah, my brother's ex-girlfriend, actually, she gave me my first drink of Captain Morgan, 12. So that was my thing for a long time. Till I was like 16, I met this guy who sold pills, and I liked the way open feel. And then I moved out here, and I was like, damn, I could buy a pill for $6. I pay all that money for real pills anymore, and that was like it. And then of course the crack came. I was clean for 2 years. I got clean when I was 21, and I stayed clean till I was 23. And I actually, somebody that was really close to me, like a second mom, she relapsed and she went to treatment. She actually died in treatment overnight. So like, I just felt closer to her out here.
Have you ever OD'd yourself?
Yeah, plenty of times. I say like 4 times, and it wasn't always off a dope. Sometimes it was off my psych meds, like Seroquel, Klonopin, whatever. You hear me?
Are you afraid that one day you can lose your life out here?
Yeah, I almost died a lot.
So what keeps you both coming out here?
Because I don't want to feel
What are you running from?
everything.
Planning on getting clean anytime soon?
Yeah, it's gotta be sooner rather than later. I'm tired.
What are you gonna do? What are your steps?
I'm probably just gonna go, leave. Probably won't tell anybody.
Would y'all say that Baltimore is y'all trigger?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've been here all my life. Streets. I ain't gonna say all I know, because I done worked a lot in my life. But this shit sucks you in. Sucks you in so deep that it's hell getting up out of. My name is Wayne Harris. I've been suffering from addiction since the age of 19. I've been in and out of prison my whole life. I'm 55 years old, and this the results of using drugs. I'm out on the street, me and my girl, you know what I mean, and that's all we doing is getting and using right now. And all I can say for like younger dudes that's smoking weed, taking pills, this is what it lead to. On the streets, 24/7, chasing, using, doing anything to get it, rob, steal, whatever. You know what I mean? But it ain't a good world out here living. And we both got family that help us, but we'd rather be out here than take the shit around our family. You know? Yes, I lost many of friends to overdoses, young, old. One friend, you know, they named Carlos from Pennsylvania Avenue. They found him in his house. Like he been in there like 2 weeks. You know, he lived it by himself. He was an older cat like myself. And when they found him, he had a fentanyl overdose. And, you know, it really touched me because we was close. We used to be running together out here. And during that time, I had got clean for 3 years when I seen that. But I relapsed and I'm back out here using again. And all I can say is this ain't living. You living like an animal out here.
What caused you to relapse?
Thinking I can sell drugs again. You know, I put my hands on it, and after a while, I end up using it. I needed to change everything about my life, and I was doing it at first, but I can't crawl for spoiled milk, and I know the steps to get clean. But I'm just not ready right now. But I will one day if I don't die out here. Plan on getting clean by going in rehab and applying by all the rules of recovery in NA. First of all, surrendering my whole life to that. So I ain't gonna say it's gonna be easy. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be hard, but it's all how you make it. The younger generation that's thinking about stepping out here and using, listen to me. You won't pick this shit up and destroy your life. Look at the age I am now, 55. Can't get it right. So stay away from drugs. All drugs.
Are you currently homeless?
Yep.
Describe this environment.
Filthy. Dangerous.
What's stopping you from getting clean?
I'm not ready. I can't go if I'm not ready.
Are you afraid that you may die out here?
I'm afraid of withdrawal. That's what's holding me back, withdrawal. It's painful.
Do you have any clean time at all? What message could you give the younger generation that might want to step out here and use?
Don't use, please. Stay away. See, don't do it. I'm 23. Look at me. I lost all my teeth, everything. In a matter of months. I lost my body weight, everything. They're gonna turn ugly.
Do you love yourself?
No, I lost myself.
So you don't love yourself at all?
Nope.
What would it take for you what would it take for you to start loving yourself?
Getting clean, but I'm not ready to get clean yet, so. I'm sure that day will come soon. I won't let nobody love me because I can't love myself. That's why me and him, I won't let him love me.
If you was to get clean, what would you do?
Get out of here. Not look back.
Would you change people and places?
Yes, yes.
Would you go back to school or anything? Any times?
Yeah, yep. I wanted to be a respiratory therapist nurse, so yeah.
One last message for the world that's watching, what would it be?
Stay away from drugs.
We got a solution though. Me and her. We got a plan.
Y'all plan on staying together once y'all get clean?
Yeah.
Of course. Of course. We've been through a lot. And ain't no need to giving up on each other now.
What do y'all family think about what y'all do?
Yeah, my mom doesn't really sleep.
All I got is my daughters and her. And they is out of their mind that I'm running around like this. You know, every time I might see a friend or family member like they was crying, you know, I feel real fucked up about it. And that I'm taking them through this because they are in this shit with me. They are, you know. Right now, there's this. Gotta find a solution. Gotta find a solution. And we going sooner than later, though.
When was the last time you made yourself proud?
It's been a long time.
It's been so long, I can't remember. You know, but I ain't a person that give up on things, and she isn't even. We gotta drive the same way we drive to use drugs and get drugs.
Yeah, that could be applied to anything.
Yeah, we can use that to get up out this month. Without a doubt. Because we have, and just fell back in. Like, fuck. Like, let's go. Get the fuck out of this rehab. Let's go. And I know it wasn't the right thing to do, but we had done it. And was back healthy and smiling, loving each other. And one of us just made a choice. Baby, ready to go? Fuck shit, you know, shit. It ain't cool. It definitely wasn't cool because we definitely regret doing it. For how well we started doing, you know, and we just ain't keep going.
What are y'all gonna do to motivate each other to get clean?
Only thing I can say is just stick with each other through the toughness. Stick with each other, lift each other up instead of putting each other down.
I saw the same thing I said before. Tell each other what we need to hear and not what we want to hear.
You know, sometimes we might need to hurt each other's feelings. Like, to actually give us that motivation.
My mom used to say that. She said, I love you enough to hurt your feelings.
One last message for the world that's watching, what would it be?
You're important and you matter.
Are you coming?
Just remember, you the number one person. And don't forget it. It's about you. And you can do it.
My name's Arianna. I'm 26 and I'm from Brooklyn. I grew up here my whole life. I started using drugs probably like 9 years old. It was the only way like I could be close with my mother. So I started selling them, but I spent more time with her when I would get high. And then next thing you knew it, I had a fucking weed addiction. So I started off smoking weed because my mom thought it would be funny. Like to take little like videos and stuff like that. Cause I'd be all high, fucking eating and being dumb. Like I was entertainment for her and her friends pretty much. And it just gradually like got worse. I got into harder drugs. Like she would let me take shots with her. And then next thing you know, I was getting drunk every weekend with her and her like 40-year-old friends. And then about 16, I started doing like triple C's and stuff like that. Which is, I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like robo-tripping pretty much in the same category. And then I did it. And that's when things went just straight downhill. Basically, my mom, I was living with my grandparents and everything was really, like I had a very good childhood when I was with both my grandmas. But at 7 years old, I started going to my mom's house. And that's when I was introduced to the partying, the learning how to bring back adults from overdoses time and time again. I'd have to slam the door, call the police, or get ice, and learned how to use Narcan, which wasn't very common back then, so I'd just have to hit my mom until she'd wake up, just shit like that, to her and my stepdad. And it was like a 4 times a month thing, like at least somebody in the house overdosed. And then basically I got left by my grandparents and I was stuck in my mother's house. So I was basically the entertainment sexually and like, you know, what is it, like laugh at, something to just use and throw around and make you do shit you don't want to do. Like my mom started telling me at the age of 8, 9 years old, she started tricking me out. At the same time, I was being sexually assaulted by my stepdad. Then that's when my mom started getting abusive, because she was jealous that he started touching me. So she started tricking me out more and more to more people at once. It's dehumanizing, because I had to stop doing dates and stuff like that for a long time, and then I got with this guy who saved me from a very abusive relationship. Well, I thought he saved me, but he turned out to be a wannabe pimp. And he told me, like, the dates I didn't even know were dates. Like, he told me it was something that he was sexually into. So I thought I was doing something, like, to please him, not on the date aspect, because it was online. So, like, in my head, I'm not tricking, you know, like, I'm making my partner happy. And then I realized when he said online and had me out here 5 days a week, no sleep, I was literally 70 pounds soaking wet, and had not a dollar to my name. Every dollar got handed to him, that I'm tricking. And I got away from him, and it's just been, I was like, I already was doing it, so why not? You know, like, I had no other way. It's all I knew, you know, pretty much from a child. It's the only way I feel like, the quickest way I can take care of everybody I need to. But I resent the fact that I resent her, if that makes any sense. Because I feel bad.
What would it take for you to forgive yourself?
I don't know. I don't think I'll ever be able to. Because in a way, I feel like I could have been stronger, and I could have just been, I don't know, maybe like, I don't know, I could have just took care of things more with my mom, and she wouldn't be dead, and maybe would have finally got an apology from her or something, and I don't know, because she was starting to get better. I don't think I'll ever be able to forget myself. I was getting high since a kid, so I had no time to process any of that. And that's the first time, so when I had the 3 years clean, it's the first time that I like sat there and thought about my mom really tricked me the fuck out, and how a mother could do that to somebody, you know, like, especially a child. I just never understood. I can't grasp it. So that's one of the things that, even when I was clean, I started smoking weed again, because I can't deal with that shit, especially with her not being alive. I can't deal with it without, because there's no way to, like, fix those, I don't know, to get the amend, or make the amends, like her making it and me make it as well. Like, she's not there, so I can't hear her side and why she did things, and I also can't, like, tell her, like, how she hurt me, and basically, I don't know if any of that's making any sense, but
If you had a daughter, you think you would be overprotective of her?
110%, because I am with my little sisters. Because I would never want them to experience anything that I have, ever. But that's another reason why I haven't had any children yet. Because I'm not ready. And I would never want to put a child through what I went through. My stepdad and my mom, both of them. My mom never did anything sexually. But my stepdad, from the age of 7 until 13, him and his friends would, like, touch me and stuff. It started off with just tickling, and it slowly escalated more and more from tickling to him just touching, and then penetration, and that would happen every night. And I thought it was because it started off with him just tucking me in and spending daddy-daughter time, because I never had a dad, so I didn't know. He told me that it was a special thing that fathers and their children did together. Like, in their daughters, it was a little secret they had. So, like, I know that sounds stupid as fuck, but, like, I was 7 and I was excited to finally have a dad. And at first it wasn't bad. It was just tickling and reading a book and cuddling. And it just got worse and worse and worse.
You think that affects the way that you show affection?
It does. Because I'm at, like, in the beginning of my current relationship, I was because I've never had a non-abusive relationship until I got in this relationship. And in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I was very abusive. Mentally and physically. Like, I would put my hands on him, which isn't right at all. And I would be very, like, I was just toxic as fuck. Like, every argument, I'm like, all right, it's time to square up. Because that's what I'm used to. It's hard for me to trust men in general and people in general, because it's like, how the fuck can I trust anyone when everyone I've ever loved just hurts me? Like, I feel like I was there for me to care about people and to be at people's use and disposal. Like, I feel like that's my purpose from God.
My name's Billy. Whatever, man, let's start. Been ripping and running through, Curtis Bay and Brooklyn area for the last probably about 10 years. I got hooked on the opiates or whatever because I got in a bad car accident, so of course they started giving me them Percocets, So, I was hooked on Percocets. They were feeding them to me for about 4 years straight, and then they cut me off, and then they got too expensive, So, started selling them, and then next thing you know, I'm doing them. Can't afford my habit. So then it got me living on the streets and going back and forth. I started actually, I'm 36, when I started actually using where I was going out buying on my own, stuff like that, besides doctors. Probably, I say about like 21, 22, give or take. That's when I actually started, no prescription, all that stuff, buying off the streets. And then I started selling them too at the time, so it was no problem. But then, all the doctors, all the fake doctors got cut off. So then I got hooked up with the girls that be out here doing dates. So, my girl does dates. I work, but then, I have my little spills where I go rip and run for a month and then try to do straight and then rip and run for a month. And that doesn't lead anywhere good, I'll tell you that. I've lost more than I've gained. I've had everything, I've had cars, money, jewelry, clothes. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It all comes down to where you ain't got nothing. Barely even family. Besides the doctor part who introduced me, I guess I've been really using, not besides the hardcore since I've been like 13, because I started smoking weed when I was 13. I got that introduced from my brother. He was the one running around listening to Tupac, sitting up and smoking blunts all the time. So that's how I really got introduced to it. But I got introduced to the street drug friends, obviously. Well, what you think was friends. When it comes down, you do whatever you gotta do to get it. It's not, even though the opiate addiction, the withdrawal doesn't kill you, but you feel like you're dying. So, people say quit. If it was that easy, I think everybody would quit. Especially when all you know is you gotta do one thing, and next thing you know, within 5 minutes, it's all over, you feel fine.
How much would you say you spend a day on using?
A day? Would you say the most or the average or the least? The average, I say, probably just myself, just the average. Anywhere between $50 to $150 a day, easy. Especially when I was working, I make $200 a day, $250 a day, depending, That end up, besides, cigarettes and food, I blow every bit of between $150 to $200 of that on drugs. You pay it at the end of the day, it's gone. On a strong day, me and her, me and her probably blown, I've watched me and her blow $700, $750 in a day, no bullshit. I've watched it was us four, my buddy was out there sitting there stealing them Cadillac converters or whatever, and they were giving good money for them. I watched him sit there and go through about 16 grand in probably about 3.5 days between 4 people.
As a man, how does it feel having your girl go out on dates?
See, it makes me feel like a complete piece of shit. But don't see people get it twisted, sit there and think that I sit here and wait for my girl to come back. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just started doing this stupid shit again. You know what I'm saying? And best believe I'm definitely not pushing her. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take her back home. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying that she don't sit there and help me out. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sick and stuff like that. But it's definitely 50-50. I'm not one of the people that just sit out here and, you know what I'm saying, oh, go get that money and sit right here and wait for her, and that's dead. Yeah, I don't do that shit. You can ask anybody around here, I don't do that shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying, there's been 2 days, 3 days where she's helped me out, but there's also been days where she sits home in our apartment where, you know what I'm saying, I get up 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, go to work, come back, and she don't do shit for a month at a time, you know what I'm saying, 2 months at a time, and I sit there and she ain't gotta do nothing. So, best believe, you know what I'm saying, not saying she's out here by choice, you know, or she likes it, but there's no peer pressure for me to come out here. I'll tell you that right now. And yeah, obviously I don't like that shit. So.
Have you gotten into any dangerous situations while she was out here?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. This shit, it's going to get me in trouble as a man. Just for instance, today. I mean, when I wasn't here for a second, you know what I'm saying, literally walked down to the store to get a drink. Was gone for 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying? 20 minutes. Shit happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it seems like obviously it always happens when I'm not here, but it makes me feel even more like a piece of shit because there's no reason that she should be out here. From me knowing what I've did and what I'm capable of, financially wise and through my life, there's no damn reason that she should be out here doing this. I've had it to where she wasn't out here before doing this. So that gets me in my head, and that pisses me off even more at myself. So I'm running around with an attitude, and everybody thinks it's on them, but it's at myself because I've did it before. I've done taking care of, you know, my responsibilities as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody should sit there and be out here sitting there and you know what I'm saying, waiting for their girl to go do something to bring money back to everything. Like, especially when they're perfectly capable and did everything they needed to do to take care of her. So, yeah, that definitely makes me feel like a piece of shit. I ain't gonna lie. So, but that's my fault. I make my decisions at the end of the day. But so does she as a woman.
You have any clean time at all?
Oh, absolutely. I've had plenty of clean time, man. I've definitely had plenty of clean time. But everybody does all them meetings and rehab. The most clean time I've had is when I didn't do none of them meetings and shit like that. I did it on my own. Them meetings and stuff is all bullshit to me because it just makes me want to relapse and call people's bullshit. Because I hate to say it, I'm not calling anybody a liar, but it's either you go in there and right off break you, that you got two type of people that are born with shit and people who were born with a silver spoon, and they all got the same stories. How when you go to the meetings, it's either the same people, the people that are spoiled little brats, they sit there and say the same story. Oh, I started using because there was so much pressure. But then you got the people that don't have none. Oh, I started using them because I was depressed. Man, at the end of the day, I started getting high because I was getting high. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was, because I enjoyed getting high. It wasn't nothing that really made me get high. But that's about all I'm saying. So,
you got any kids?
No. That's one thing I made sure of that. You know what I'm saying, in a way. Me and my girl, when we were clean, the girl that I'm just with that y'all just seen earlier, straight up, we had, you know what I'm saying, we were doing good or whatever. She ended up having an abortion at, it was almost 4 months, give or take or whatever, and we were clean. You know what I'm saying? We were doing the right thing and we were clean, and she ended up having an abortion, and that kind of f***ed us up a little bit, you know? So that kind of made us start ripping and running and said, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Why not? You ain't having a baby now, so why don't we just, you know what I'm saying, we can get high a little bit, and that's when it ended up starting to get us getting high again. Because we were clean for a little bit. As soon as you found out, we were clean for that, you know what I'm saying, that time before being pregnant. That's one thing I gotta give her. She definitely straightened her shit up with me. And we were on the same page with that one.
What would it take for you to change this lifestyle?
I mean, we already had plans for it, but you know what I'm saying, everybody can always plan for it, you know what I'm saying. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, want to do better, want to do right, you know what I'm saying? But I need to do things on my own, but as long as me and my girl on the same page, that's probably would make me change the lifestyle, as long as we go on the same page together. Because I don't want to sit there and go and leave and then leave her out here and know she's out here by herself. You know, that means a lot to me, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that she'd be by herself. And that's the one thing I don't want to do, so.
What advice could you get a younger generation that might want to step out here and use?
Just that it might be fun at the beginning, but I wouldn't start you. Just think about it. You know, you end up no matter what. You know, it doesn't matter how much, you always end up losing. You know what I'm saying? The luxury things, your family. You know, all that shit ends up running out. You know, as your money runs out, your love from your family runs out, your places to stay run out. So if you like living on the streets in the winter and the summertime, and not even being able to go buy a 99-cent can of soda, then you're more than welcome. Come on out, use. You know. If you want to be able to sit there and, you know what I'm saying, not have to worry about nothing, have a nice car, have a nice girl, be able to go buy things that you need and like, then don't use. So you can sit there and give up everything for one thing, which that would be the drug, or you can give up one thing that would be the drug for everything.
How you doing? I'm Kevin. Been in Brooklyn for probably about 5 years. Never been in a place like this before, but it's pretty crazy. This is where I met her. Yeah, we've been friends ever since. Good 5 years.
Age.
I'm 66. I said I've been here for about 5 years. On and off, I've been out. I got clean for a while. You know. Came back here. I'm trying to get her out of here, but then I'm getting myself back in the same thing, you know? Same stuff. But I need to get out of, and I plan on doing again. Well, I wish she would do the same.
I do.
She's young, you know, she's got a chance to make it. I mean, I still do too, but I've lived my life, you know. I've had a good life, I ain't got no complaints. But I definitely want to get out of here. Well, I've been stuck here for a while. It's kind of hard to get out once you get in here. But like I said, I got no regrets with my life. Maybe a few. The drug, yeah, it's not a good system. The best thing about it, I met her. I've been using it all my life. Probably started smoking weed probably was about 11, 12. Then I got introduced to coke about 15. Then introduced to crack about 19. I went to school in the University of Miami back in 78, 79. And it was pretty rampant back then. It was a lot of they were just basically giving it to me. You know, go sell this. I didn't even have to give them any money. But that's how I kind of got really started on using cocaine. That was my choice. Oh, well, now, the last about 10 years ago, I started doing that, which was a big mistake. You know, I never used that most of my life. I mean, until about 10 years ago. And that's a real kicker there.
Painful.
Yeah. It's not good. And now all the stuff they're putting in it, it's even worse. It's getting bad. People are dying out here. It's not good.
Have you lost any friends to overdoses?
Oh, yeah.
About how many would you say?
I mean, acquaintances, between acquaintances and friends, shoot, probably about 10, 15 maybe. And just to the lifestyle, you know, not just ODs, people getting shot, you know, killed, you know, lots of different ways, you know, lots of different things. It's not just ODs. Sepsis, you know, they get infections and they don't take care of it. And people dying from that all the time. It's not good. It's really not. It's a tough life. You know, it might start out fun at first, but after a while, man, it's a job, really. Yeah. Yeah, and it's just keeping up with it, you know. But
Have you overdosed yourself?
no, I've never did. I just was clean about a year. Probably about 5 or 6 months ago, I started back up again. But, I'm ready to get back. I'm ready to get back out of here. I'm ready to get clean again, to be honest with you. It's getting worse. It's getting worse and worse out here. It's tough. But I mean, there's good people out here. That's good. It's just the lifestyle, man. It's not good. It gets people doing stuff that they wouldn't normally do, you know. Yeah, I would love to get clean. Yeah, I want to get clean.
I'm talking about today, like right now.
Not right now.
Why not?
You know, I mean, good. Yeah, they say now as good a time as any. Now, there's just one thing I'm waiting on, and I'm not going in broke. Somebody stole my wallet, my card, and everything. I mean, I do get Social Security, and that's the only money I get right now. I want to get a job. I can get a job, and I had problems getting a job, to be honest with you, when I was clean, because of my, background. Just stupid stuff too, I couldn't believe it. They wouldn't hire me for some dumb reasons. It wasn't even like I have, a real bad background. I mean, I've got a CDL, everything. Not like I can work. I don't mind working. But, I know I gotta get clean. That's one thing.
What advice could you get a younger generation that might want to step out here and use?
No, don't do it, man. It's not good, man. It might be fun at first, but it's not. It'll take you down, no matter who you are. Eventually it's going to take you down. You might have fun, like I said at first. It always goes down. It's going to take you down. I don't care who you are. Unfortunately.
One last message for the world that's watching, what would it be?
Stay away from drugs. It's not a good thing. Even though, it might be, it looks like fun. Looks like fun, people having fun. Yeah, let me try that. No, don't do it. It's not a good idea. You can have a lot more fun without them.
The only living family member I have left is my little sister. Everybody else is dead. I'm out here alone. I don't want her to feel like I do. She's already drinking. She's 13. And her dad, he was my stepdad, the one that me. He's doing the same thing to her. So I want to be able to be there for her. And I can't right now. So I know I have to get clean. I'm just scared. Which is like everybody's answer, but it's like I'm scared. Like, I don't want to deal with this shit. When I'm clean and I'm alone, then what do I do? Like out here, I have shit to distract me every day, I'm moving from the time I wake up to whenever I decide to go to bed. When I'm off drugs, I'm not gonna be. So it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do?